It's Luke Wade is the voice you hear at Luke Wade Music or Facebook.com/Luke Wade Music Official, or go on iTunes and look up Luke Wade and get that brand new song, because that was awesome.
So beautiful.
That was so good. All right, you're going to be at Sam's Burger Joint tonight.
That's right.
Okay, you're going to be at the House of Blues tomorrow. Sam's Burger Joint in San Antonio. Mm-hmm. House of Blues in Houston tomorrow.
And then we're House of Blues. Do you have a New Orleans station?
I've got some Louisiana. We're not in New Orleans right now.
So House of Blues in New Orleans on Saturday.
Okay.
If we want to just go ahead and do the whole weekend.
They can get in car. They can get in the car, just head right that way. They know where it is.
Cars are amazing technology.
They actually get you from one place to another, which is interesting. Luke, I told you I was going to ask you these questions about that people want to know from the show. Number one, was it what you expected, not what you expected, more than you expected? The experience as a whole now, you reflect on it and say what?
They, as you'd expect, there are positives and negatives, but as you might not expect, the positives overwhelmingly exceed the negatives. Yeah. So we were treated with kindness and respect. There's an atmosphere of like compassion. They want us to succeed. They want us to be successful. Yeah. Since they are just a television show, they're not actually the music business.
Right.
They their resources are limited when it comes to helping you with a career after the show, and that's kind of the negative side of it. But ultimately, I learned a lot about music. I learned a lot about myself, and I made a lot of amazing friends.
When you talked to, were you on Pharrell's team from the beginning?
I was original Pharrell. There's only two of us that made it.
And you made it to number 5. Were you in 5th place?
I made it to the top 8. I like to think that I was 6th.
Okay. I was going to call you 5, but okay, you want to go 6? We can go 6.
It was kind of a weird week.
Yeah, because there were like 3 people who got kicked off, right?
Who got eliminated, and it was kind of.
And then people got called back, and then it was all sorts of weirdness going on.
I don't want to say it was a weird season, but like I was kind of the front runner for a long time.
Yeah.
And it was just, the song I had was kind of bringing a knife to a gunfight kind of thing.
Okay.
It was a great song.
What was the song? I forget.
It's Holding Back the Years by Simply Red.
Oh, come on. Yeah. No, I remember watching that going, dude, this is way too boring for this guy.
Yeah,
that's what hold it back. Come on, Carrie. Hold it back.
You don't need to sing either.
No. That's not what some of you should have done.
Listen to the fear that's
no. Oh, I'm with you.
It just wasn't enough singing.
Yeah.
It was just like one of the things that's important for a song on the show is like notes per the amount of time.
Yeah.
That like the amount of singing for the amount of time that you get to sing. You can't have a lot of breaks. But ultimately, I think that Pharrell, he didn't want to play the game. He just wanted to play the game of music. He didn't want to play the game of the voice.
Right.
And he even said from the beginning, if you want to win, pick Blake or Adam. But if you want someone who's going to try to nurture your talent and show people, who you are, then I'm your guy. And so that was being someone who's already an artist. Like that's what I was interested in.
In the sessions that we were allowed to see, and we only see a small snippet of what you guys are doing, he seemed to be incredibly engaged in the process. Like in the session, like jumping up and down and let's do this and change the arrangement that. And he really seemed like he was being the music producer. Do you have a relationship with them now, with Pharrell, with any of the judges? I mean, do you leave with their phone number? Do you leave with their email address? Or are you Twitter friends? I mean, how does all that work? Or is it more the core producing staff and people at NBC that you're sort of close with?
Really, they protect the coaches to where they're not going to put the coaches in an awkward situation where, you're expecting their number.
Right.
Or they don't send you their number. And if it organically happens, it organically happens. Okay. There's a rap party for the season where the top 20 contestants and every single every single staff member from driver to cameraman to coach, where you're all there.
Yeah.
And so if the coach approaches you and gives you their number, then
it's up to them completely.
Then you have their number, and if they step aside and like, hey, let's talk about your career and future after the show, then that's a thing.
As an artist, as a performer, as somebody who is finding great success, and I hope that your success goes through the roof. Did you find that the coaching as they were going through the battle rounds and as they were coaching you through every time you stood in front of them that we saw you standing in front of all of the coaches, did you find that they were being as direct as they could have been? And here's why I asked the question. As somebody who's got a musical mind, although I'm not comparing myself to you, but as somebody who has a musical mind, I wish they would have been harder on you guys sometimes. It was almost like the coaches were very, very aware of their image the entire time. Did you wish that they'd take the gloves off every once in a while and say, look, here's what you need to do if you're going to make it? Or were you happy with what they gave you? I don't want to put words in your mouth. If you were happy with it, God bless you.
I don't think that it's about their ego or their image.
Yeah.
I think it's about their power. So if you look at, for example, when Adam says, you take a song, you make it your own, and then he says, I don't know, Lukified. And then Lukified trended on Twitter.
Right. That's power. That's power.
Yeah. And so if you say a positive thing, it trends.
Okay.
If you say a negative thing, it trends.
Okay.
And so it's not about their ego as much as it's people are going to run with whatever they say. And so if you say a positive thing, people are going to stay positive. If you say something negative, people are going to go negative.
Okay.
And that's really the bread and butter for The Voice, and what makes them different from the other reality shows is that they don't mock people. They don't kick them while they're down. It's all very positive, and it's for the sake of being different from other shows and rewarding people for putting themselves out there. And it's really not about ego or image.
I didn't say the word ego, but image certainly was something, because, these people are, I don't know Adam. I don't know Pharrell. I don't know Gwen. I don't know Blake. I don't know these people, although Karina would love to know Blake. But having said that, I don't know these people as people. I gathered that you might have found out more about them as people. Maybe not. Just through having the studio sessions, you were closer to them than any of us will ever be. But image is what I know. I know the image of Adam Levine. I know the image of Pharrell Williams. And knowing those images, you almost feel like they're on the cusp of saying, dude, and not you, but to somebody, man, you missed 4 notes, and they were bad misses. But they don't. Yeah, you should be careful with the pitch. It's almost like you feel like it's going to be, we're going to stay happy, stay above board. But I think what you said makes a lot of sense. If you're going to trend something, you want it to trend in a positive fashion. Yeah. And putting negativity out there, if it's one of those 4 people who have the power, as you say, putting negativity out there is going to blow up in a major way. So, what you said, your answer made perfect sense. It wasn't me, though, saying, what about their ego? I think my ego is bigger than theirs, to be honest with you, the way they appear anyway.
There's ego there. And there's, and of course, that I never got past any of their personas. I'm sure that if you know them in a very personal way, it's different. But
did Pharrell ever take the hat off in your presence?
He didn't always wear the hat.
No, he didn't always have a hat on? Okay.
He's got a full head of hair.
Okay.
He keeps it shaved, but he's got a full head of hair.
All right.
It's not like he's bald or anything. Pharrell was very empty of himself and very engaged and engaging in the moment. That's kind of his personality.
Right.
Adam's very on, and so is Blake.
Yeah.
They're very the kind of.
It's the show.
This is all the time. I'm around you, so this is the but it both in a very real way.
Yeah.
Both of their personas are I don't really care what you think.
Right.
I'm just gonna do whatever I want. There were times whenever Adam wouldn't want to be on camera, and so he may or may not have chose a particular gesture to point at the camera so that they couldn't use any of the footage. that kind of thing.
I would do it now, but we actually have cameras in here. But I think I understand the gesture or gestures that you're talking about.
Yeah,
All right, no, I get it. Okay, no, I do, and it makes perfect sense. It's Luke Wade Music, at Luke Wade Music original. Oh no, official on Facebook. Sam's Burger Joint tonight in San Antonio. Get there. The event starts at 7:30 around that. He'll be on stage with his band at about 9. Also, House of Blues tomorrow on Friday in Houston. So you walk away from the show. You're out here touring. People know who you are. You've got gigs lined up. Is life great? Have things blown up exponentially for you since The Voice?
I think it's still a wait and see thing. I'm on the cusp of living some kind of version of my dream. We went on a tour and I didn't lose any money. So here's the thing that I'm discovering is that
a win, not losing any money?
Absolutely. To be able to,
because people don't know. If you go on tour and if you take a loss, that's probably normal until you get known.
Yeah, and until you have different revenue streams.
Yeah.
Not to get too into depth, but it's a little bit of money from a lot of places to be a successful musician, unless you're really on the highest level.
All right.
They're working with promoters and still trying to, like, right now to people, I'm just a guy from a reality show, and there's so many of those that started the show with no kind of background and no kind of career before the show. And so I'm kind of lumped in with them until I prove that I already had a career.
Yeah.
I can bring people. I can bring a show. I can bring a band.
Right.
And so I've been playing these shows, and I've been packing places out. And now I'm starting to get interest from labels and managers and things like that.
And you've also got national exposure because, my show is national, but national exposure by like huge shows like Ellen. I mean, you've been on these shows because of The Voice, and perhaps that gives you the traction that you couldn't get before hitting The Voice. I've got to hit a break. Do you want to do another quick song when we come back?
Sure.
Come back, do another song. You go down to the burger joint. You have some burgers. You play some great music. People come in and go crazy for you. It's Luke Wade, at Luke Wade Music on Twitter. You focus on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
All right, go there and follow him, and you'll see where he's going. Hopefully he's coming to a town near you sometime very, very soon. Again, it's going to be tonight, San Antonio, tomorrow, Houston. The weekend, it's going to be, which day is it, Saturday?
Saturday in New Orleans, yeah.
All right, so there you go. Go check him out. The website is also lukewademusic.com, right?
That's right.
All right, go there and check it out as well. We're back after this on The Joe Pag Show.